G'day folks, in this video I'm going to show you how to solve this square 1 puzzle. This is a bamboozling puzzle and I hope to make it quite simple for you. So the first thing I'm going to do is just scramble it with some 180 degree turns without taking it out of shape yet. Let's see if we can do that. Just to set apart or get apart some of these edge and corner pieces. And just to let you know, the method that I'm going to be using is reducing this to a 3 by 3 by 2 cube and then solving it from there. So they're all reduced now, or they're all taken out or unreduced. Now I can start moving this around and creating some of these strange shapes that this thing does. And I will deal with the parity situation where you get a couple of swapped corners, show exactly how to get out of that, and I'll also tell you how to get it back to cube shape. First I'm just going to keep scrambling it. I don't know, take your pick of the shapes that you want. Let's no, that's too easy. I don't know, I'm just trying to make it into a relatively difficult one. Oh, that's probably okay. Alright, so what we're trying to do here is to get it back to cube shape, we need to get 8 of the edges together. Now, if we look at this, what I would probably just try and do is line up initially. I've got those two there. Now I could think about putting them with those two to make the 4. What's that left me? That may or may not work, and the first bit is just getting some of them together. Now I've got 2 together there, and so at that point I might try 2 together with those 4 in fact. So what I reckon I'll do is try and get those 2 with those 4. Now what's happened up here, if I could get one of them I would, but I can't, so I'm going to place that up to there. Probably turn that like that, put these 3 there, and some of this initially is a matter of trialing it until you get to something that is going to work, and it's a little bit of an art, a little bit of a science. You don't ever get kind of bamboozled by it or give up by it, you just keep twisting and turning. I reckon now this is back to where we had before, so what I might then do is knock off those 3 Now I know that if I put those 2 up I'm back to the state that I had before, so I probably don't want to do that. What I probably do want to do is put something like that, and I've got 3 and 5. What can I do then? Take off those. That one up there. Now those 2 together I'll probably want to go, and this is looking much better, I want those to go there, and the reason I know it's looking much better is because I've separated those 2 by 2 corners, and so now I can move that to that position. These 2, when they come up, will go next to it. Now that honestly is probably the hardest part of the whole solve, I would say, getting the 8 edges together. And you'll notice when you've got that you must have the 6 corners on the bottom. Here's how to return it to cube shape from that point. What you want to do is split the edges. So hold the edges so they're going to split and turn. Split the edges again on both faces and turn. Then split the edges and corners and turn, and finally split the edges on both faces and turn, and we're back to cube shape. So the way I remember it is just split edges, edges and corners, split edges. And very simple, and that is the clue to how we're actually going to deal with the parity at the end, or not at the end but during the solve. So the first thing there, I've got it back to cube shape. Cool. Now, what I want to be doing is reducing these corners here so that each of these corners has the correct edge attached to it. Now, it might seem like that corner and that edge are correctly reduced. They're not. The edge needs to be on the right of the corner when it's on the upper face. And the reason for that is to keep it in cube shape, I'm going to be turning like that. If I turn like that, oh, it is going to stay in cube shape, but you'll see that it gets rid of that edge. So that is not the correct one. If I turn it like that, it's going to keep that edge with the corner. So how do we do it? Well, I locate any corner, white, green. I know that the white green edge needs to end up here. I need to put it in that position. So what I'll do is turn it to the bottom, turn the bottom face around, and then turn that white green edge back into that position. Now it's on the upright position. There's the corner. Okay, but I'm going to try and do this one as well. So I'm going to turn it around, and now say that's white blue. I'd like the white blue edge to be there. Where is it? Oh, there it is. So what do we do? Turn that white blue up into position. Okay, now let's turn back to the original corner. We'll see I've got a white green with the white green, and I've got a white blue with the white blue. That's how I want things. I don't care about this middle layer. It's irrelevant. What I do care about is making sure that the top and bottom corners match up with this. So I don't want it to be like this for now. I want it to be in that position, and I'm going to carry out an edge piece series. Here we go. Right two, and then corner edge. Right two, corner edge. Right two, corner edge. Right two, corner edge. To finish it off, right two. Okay, let's have a look what's happened. You can see the white green has reduced. If we look around here, the white blue has reduced. Bonza, let's do that again. Yellow green, I need a yellow green edge to be over here. There's the yellow green edge. So I'll turn that one up into position. Let's keep going. Let's try and place the yellow red edge at the same time. That's over here. So I'll turn that one, do one more, turn that one into position. Okay, when I turn it back, you can see the yellow green corner is there, yellow green edge. Yellow red corner, yellow red edge. This is lined up with this. Away we go. Right two, corner edge. Right two, corner edge clockwise. Right two, corner edge anti. Right two, corner edge clock. And to get it back to cube shape, a right two. The yellow green's done, yellow red's done. Let's keep going. White orange. Well, the white orange piece is here, so we'll have that. Now that will retain its cube shape, so the white orange is in position. What else? The yellow orange needs to be done, so we'll turn that around and put the yellow orange there. Okay, so the yellow orange is turning to there, the white orange will turn to there. We now line them up, and away we go. All done. What will that leave us? That'll leave us with a white red. Let's get the white red edge and put it up into its position. Whoops. Here we go, that's better. Now, we'll just have a look around here. We'll have a look at these edges and corners. That one's reduced, the edge is on the right of the corner. That one's reduced, so those two are reduced. What about on the other side? That's reduced, that's reduced, that's reduced. Oh, that means we've got two here which need to be reduced in a 3 cycle. That's not possible, so we actually have the parity here. Fantastic. So that edge has to go there, that edge has to go there. How on earth are we going to deal with this? Well, you remember when we brought it back to cube shape, we were actually splitting on edges and corners and whatnot. What we're going to do now is take it out of cube shape, do one turn, and then bring it back, and that'll fix the problem. So this is the parity fix. Here we go. Firstly, we'll take it out of cube shape, and you can see it's joined two edges there. What are we going to do next? We're going to join some more edges. So we're going to look at that and turn those two edges on the bottom to match these two on the top. We've made some more edge pairs. What are we going to do next? We're going to put those two on the bottom there, and these two on the top here, so that when we turn we'll have four joined, and finally those four there, and these four here, so that when we turn again we've got all 8 edges. Now at this point you've got 6 corners on the bottom. Turn that bottom face, one turn. That's fixed the parity problem. Now bring it back to cube shape. Split on edges, split on edges, then split on an edge and a corner, and finally split on edges. Back to cube shape. Now some of these, as I said, that's fixed the parity problem. Some of these you'll find are still reduced, like those two are still reduced. What else? That one. So we've still got 3 reduced, but the others are not. We just need to reduce them again. So we've got the yellow red in position here. What about this yellow orange? Where's that? It's down there. We know how to carry this out, so we can carry it out quite quickly now. That's done. So we've got that's reduced. We've got 1 here, and we'll now find that there's 1, 2 on the other face, which are still to be reduced. So we go ahead, we want the white blue in that position, and we then want the white orange, wherever that is, turned like that into that position. So we've now got our 3 edges, white blue to there, white orange is there, and away we go for the last time. Back to cube shape, and you'll see that all of our corners are reduced. In other words, they all have an edge next to them. Well, that was reasonably painless, I'm sure you'd agree. The thing now, and I'm just doing that to get it back to complete cube shape, is to place the reduced corner edge, treat them as single corners, and place them on the 3 by 3 by 2. So for example, if this is orange green, I can see the yellow orange green is in place here. To do this, I'm going to use the corner piece series for cuboids, which is just R, U2, it's U, R2, U prime, left 2, and then repeat. You'll know it when you see it. I'm going to look for another corner that needs to go next to this one. So yellow, green, red would be a good candidate. Where's that? That's up the top. So I'd like to place that so that that goes into that position next to the one that we've already got. Okay, so we're going to do a corner piece series which rotates those pieces that way. That is an anti-clockwise turn of the upper face first, then left 2, clockwise turn, right 2. Notice the thing's staying in shape. Okay, let's take stock, look down the bottom here. You can see that was the one that was in. We've placed that as well. We've also magically placed that. I'll take that. Now I've got 3 on the top, and I'm now looking to place the ones on the bottom. What have I got? Okay, well, I've actually managed to place all 3 on the bottom as well. So I've got 2 to swap. Now don't panic, this isn't any kind of parity. This can happen on a 3 by 3 by 2. So what we want to do in that case is to turn one of the faces 1 turn. So I'm going to go about turning this face 1 turn, and I'm going to resolve the corners. So I can see first of all that that white orange blue needs to come down to there. So I'll set this up ready and carry out a corner piece series which rotates the pieces in this direction. That is a turn of the upper face clockwise. Okay, that's been done. Let's take stock. I've got that done. I've got 1 piece here, and all 4 of these are not in position. Note that I can't just turn that back because I'll then have the swap again. So let's go about doing it from this side, and what we'll do is think, what do I have to do to get that yellow, orange, blue into its position? That's got to go down there. So I'm going to turn that as a setup 2 turns, and what we'll do is have that position there ready to go. It's going to replace that piece. Okay, that yellow, orange, blue is in position there. In fact, so is the yellow, orange, green, as you can see. Where does that leave us? Remember, we did 2 turns there as a setup. We've got 1 piece on the top and 2 on the bottom. Fantastic. So that is a 3 cycle, which we now can finish off. So the yellow, green, red's got to go to here, yellow, blue, red to here, this one up to here. That is our 3 cycle. Let's prepare that and do our final corner piece series. And you can see when we do that, that the whole of the square one is solved. Now, if you get the situation where you've got the middle layer is a little bit strange, then all you need to do is right 2, up 2, right 2, up 2, right 2. And that's what we've got there, and that's the situation you would have. You'd have it sticking out, and wrong, well, you just go, as I said, right 2, up 2, right 2, up 2, right 2, and it's back to normal. So I hope that has made the square one fairly simple. It is just a matter of getting it back to cube shape, reducing the corners to corner edge pairs, and then placing those corners as a 3 by 3 by 2. As I said, in any event, that square one is solved.